Welcome to my channel Dirtbag Adventures. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Derek. I'm the goon you'll see in all of these videos. Usually you'll see me skirted in a kayak or stomping through the woods thinking I'm the modern Daniel Boone. Occasionally I'll post a gear review, basically all things outdoor on this channel. Please be warned, I do feature firearms, dead animals, raw meat, and from time to time you'll hear vulgar language. If you're triggered by those things, this channel is not for you. Alright, so today we're going to go over a couple pieces of gear that I wanted to review. You may have seen the video from a couple videos back where I described working with a company called Trail Wolf Hiking. Signed up to be a beta tester. So in this bag is the two cameras that I got from Trail Wolf Hiking to beta test. And then in this box is another piece of gear that I haven't even told you guys about yet, but I got to use it just a few nights ago and it did really well. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys this piece of gear and tell you my thoughts on it. So you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna get everything set up and I'll get right back with y'all. All right guys, so I'm gonna go over these cameras first, and then I'm gonna jump into the other piece of gear. I didn't really want to do both of them in the same video, but this will be short and sweet. Basically, these are the biggest piece of crap cameras I've ever used. Again, they were from Trail Wolf Hiking. They're non-branded 1080p HD cameras. They come with these waterproof containers, this pile of attachments. There's a couple of problems I experienced with these guys. One, I couldn't get them to hold a charge. Two, in the middle of recording, after like 20 to 25 seconds, they would just die and you would come back to your camera and you've only got 20 seconds recorded. No built-in stabilization, so everything looks super shaky. Also, the picture is always zoomed in and there's all these buttons all over the camera that I could never get to work, so it was always zoomed in. I would try to use the manual, nothing. So essentially I've had these cameras for like 2 months and I haven't even been able to use them because every time I try they just won't work. So my say on this is they're junk, and I'm just gonna probably give them to my kids to play with because I'll never use them. So I'm gonna roll in some footage. It's one 20-second clip that I managed to get back in December when I was going down to my deer stand. I had them out messing with them one day, and I'll roll in that 20-second clip and let you guys see the footage quality. But after that, when we come back, I'll be on the other piece of. All right, guys, so I don't know what y'all thought about that footage, but to me, it just doesn't compare with GoPro quality. Nothing even close. I will use some of the connectors, like the bar clamps and maybe even the flat pieces, and probably the screws from that, but the cameras and the rest of the stuff is no good to me. So my review for those cameras for Trail Wolf is yeah, they're crap, they're junk. So we're gonna move on to this. Now this is a piece of gear that I did not buy. This was given to me as a Christmas gift from the company that I work for, and they gave it to me before Christmas, and I had a video plan that I wanted to do later, but I ended up having to use it a couple nights ago. So I went ahead and recorded the footage of me using it, and I will roll that in after I tell you about this. So this is a Flashfish Solar Generator. It's a 200 watt. Here on the side you have an AC input and a DC input. Oh, I'm sorry, a DC input. This is for the, came with a wall charger, a car charger, and this is also where, if you buy the solar panel, you can plug the solar panel into. Now on the front here you've got two AC outputs, and then you've got three USB outputs, two fast chargers, and then one regular, and then you have a DC1 and a DC2, and then you have a button here that turns on the DC or USB, and then you have a button here that turns on the AC. I use this a couple times while I'm driving around. I just have it sitting in the seat, and I'd plug my phone into it, and never had any issues whatsoever, never even drained the battery any little bit. But a few nights ago we had a power outage event here at the house, or here at the cabin. The wind was blowing really strong, and I'm assuming down the mountain somewhere a tree fell, and this was at like 9 o'clock when the power went out, and it was already below freezing at this point, and then with the wind chill it was probably even colder. And it was just me at the house. Luckily the wife and kids were away, but the house was completely dark. It was getting cold fast, so I actually ended up being able to use this to gain myself light through a lamp, gain myself battery for my phone. I was able to charge my phone, and I was also able to plug my laptop in and still be able to edit videos and stuff like that while I waited for the power to come back on. When I roll in the footage, you're gonna see that when I went to bed that night, I plugged as much stuff into this thing as I could, and by the time I went to bed it was around midnight, and I had already been charging my laptop and some other stuff for a while. I just went ahead and plugged everything that I could think of into it just to see how it would do or how it would act through the night while I was asleep. And so I'm gonna roll that footage in now. I live up here at the top of this mountain, and we always have problems with wind. The wind starts blowing in around the fall, and it usually blows all winter long. And so I hadn't even been home 30 minutes, maybe 45 at the most, and the power went out in the house. So no heat, and no water because we have well. And for whatever reason, this cabin was built with no wood burning stove and no fireplace. But I was wanting to make a video on this guy. This is a Flashfish Solar Generator. It's a 200 watt deal. So far, it's powering this lamp. usually only have one light bulb in this lamp, and I actually also I painted the shade black on the inside and the outside so that whenever you put the shade on, it basically blocks out all the light and points it straight down. I did that for work purposes, since I work a swing shift and a night rotation. And I've also got my windows and stuff blacked out. Anyways, just rambling on now. But so I had to put I'll usually only keep one light bulb with a black shade. I went and got these 2 other light bulbs from somewhere else. It's all LED stuff. And I had purposely let my phone run down because I'd already had plans of making this video at the campsite tonight. I was gonna use the solar generator to charge my phone, charge my GoPro batteries, and then run my laptop just to see how well it would do, if it would charge all the things at once, so on and so forth. So right now I currently have my cell phone charging, and started at like 16%. It's up to 47% already. I was able to use the fast charger. Just plug it right in next to the lamp. And this is a pretty cool little light they gave me that came with it. So anyways, we'll see how this turns out. I don't know what's gonna end up happening. It's supposed to be pretty cold tonight. If the power don't come back on, there's a chance the pipes could freeze, among other things. But whenever this thing gets back, or I'm gonna keep an eye on it and update you guys in a little bit and see how it's doing after my phone gets charged and after running these lights. I guess worst case scenario, if it does start dying, it came with a charger. I could go take it out and plug it in my car on charge for a little bit, just so I could have lights in here. But I want to say it's supposed to run something like 40 or 45 hours with it just using LED bulbs. But either way, I'll get back with you guys later. Alright, so just a little update. It's been an hour and 40 minutes, and the battery is still completely full. I did turn off 2 of the lights because I didn't need those lights on anymore, so I just went ahead and turned those off. I'm actually about to plug up these GoPro batteries, and my phone has almost charged all the way to 100%. It's on like 92%. So seems to be doing really well as far as holding a charge, because this thing hasn't been charged. I guess I took it off charge like a week ago, and I put it into my Pelican case with the rest of my stuff. So it hasn't even been on charge in over a week. It's been sitting in the cold in my car, and then I turned it on. I've got, like I said, the lamp, my phone currently, and I just plugged in my GoPro battery charger, which is this guy. It charges 2 batteries at one time. And you can see they're yellow, so they'll need to be green before they're fully charged. So I have absolutely no complaints out of it at the moment, and I may actually end up plugging my computer in once my phone gets charged, and I can free up a port, plug my laptop in so I can do some editing and some video uploading. And then we'll see what happens when I plug a computer into it, on top of all of the other things that it's already got plugged in and charging. Seems like this is actually becoming a pretty good test. Alright, so I decided I wanted to make a cup of coffee and I'm gonna use a Krig, and so I have it plugged in, and we're gonna see. I already put a cup in there. We're gonna see if it'll do it. I don't think it will. No, it kicked it off. So it obviously pulls too much power, and that's a bummer, but it is what it is. So hopefully in the morning the power will be back on so I can make a cup of coffee. All right, so it's been about another hour. It's going on midnight. I'm getting tired, about to go to bed. But I finally did get it to drain one little battery life out of the battery. I've got the GoPro batteries charging. At one point I had my headphones charging, but right now currently I have this plugged into the GoPro to charge the battery and the GoPro because I was pulling footage off the SD card. And I also have the laptop plugged up, uploading a video from the editing software. And so it pulled it down one little battery percent, but I don't think it's, I mean, it's still doing its job. So I guess we'll see what happens in the morning if the power's back on. But it'll be daylight by then, so I won't need to worry about it. Morning after last night's power outage, and I went ahead and plugged the lamp back into the wall over there just so I could have a little bit more light. But the power came back on at like 2 a.m. I got up, I had left the overhead light on, so as soon as the power kicked on, it woke me up. So I got up and I turned the bedroom light out, went and turned the kitchen light out. When I came back, I checked this guy, and the little battery bank that was here was down to like 1 bar. The computer was sitting on the floor, still either uploading a video or finished uploading a video. I don't know, I didn't check it, but it was still open, and it was still on at that point at 2 a.m. And so just a little bit to show you what I had going on. I had so this is for the laptop. This middle one here I actually had plugged in to the back of the GoPro Media Mod, charging the battery in the GoPro while I was sleeping. And then I had this one plugged into 2 GoPro batteries, and then I had another one plugged into my headphones. And so I had all that plugged in and charging overnight. And when I woke up this morning, I think the first time once I got woke up and started looking, it was 7:30. And as you can see, it is still flipped to the on position, but there's no lights, and I've tried to turn it on, and this is what I get. It's got a completely dead battery. So it most definitely worked for the 5 or 6 hours that I needed it to. Okay, so after the footage, what I would like to say about this piece of equipment is this is a highly recommended piece of equipment. And Flashfish, the brand, I've never heard of before until I was given this as a gift. I went on Amazon and looked, and this particular generator here for 200 watts runs about 200 bucks. And I know there's a bunch of other brands out there that are more wattages, and just from using this guy, it's more than likely for me to buy, say, a Jackery 1500 watt or something along those lines in the future. Especially once we get the van build done. This was just, it was awesome to be able to plug all that stuff in and use it for as long as I did, plus be able to go to bed. And the majority of the things were charged 80% or greater when I woke up, even though, you know, the generator or the battery died here. Everything was charged up pretty well luckily enough, the power came back on, as I mentioned, at like 2 a.m. So I was able to plug this in first thing in the morning, get it charged back up, put it back in my case. And that case goes with me basically anytime I go out hiking or hunting or camping or any of those things. It's always in the car. So I've always got it, and I can always use it whenever I need it. So yeah, guys, I hope this information that I was able to bring y'all today helped in making a decision if you wanted to buy a solar generator or not. Maybe you've been on the fence about spending the money. Like I said, I didn't spend the money. I'm no way affiliated with these guys, but it was an awesome thing to have the other night. So I guess that'll be it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Derek here. I just wanted to say thanks for following along on today's adventure. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave me a comment letting me know what you liked, what you think I could do better, and any recommendations for videos you may want to see in the future. Once you've got that comment posted, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and then share the video link with your family and friends. Thanks again, guys.